Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So moving on, we're discussing addition to jumlatun fa'liya. Other particles you can add to a jumla fa'liya to give additional meaning. Yes, you follow me? And what we're discussing today is the particle in. Okay. So as a recap, we said that we can create emphasis in a sentence. Yes? The emphasis can be created by what? Changing the sentence order. If you change the sentence order, what happens? Emphasis is created in a sentence. You can bring the maf'ul bihi first, before the fa'il, before the fa'il. You can bring the maf'ul fihi first. Okay? You can add a harf tahqiq, which is what? Either qad or lam al-ibtida plus harf tahqiq. So qad and laqad. Yes? You remember? Or you can add noon al-tawqid at the end. You add the lam al-ibtida at the beginning of the fa'il mudari. And then what will come in between here? A fa'il mudari. You add a fa'il mudari. Lam fa'il mudari, then a noon al-tawqid at the end. That also creates emphasis. Or you can add a harfu hasr. You can add what? Harfu nafyin and then use illa. And all of these different formations create what? Emphasis. Now, moving on, what we're saying here, we have a jumla ismiya or we have a jumla fa'iliya, either one of them. You can add the particle in. What can you add before it? The particle in. What particle can you add? In. This is a harfun nafi. Okay, harfun nafi or nafi, it's the same thing. Harfun nafi. Yes? Is it amil or ghayr amil? Ghayr amil. What's amil and ghayr amil mean? Does it cause change to the i'rab of the words after it? So amil is a governing particle, it causes change. Ghayr amil means a non-governing particle, it does not cause any change. When in comes, it will not cause any change to the i'rab or the harakat or the i'rab of the words after it. Got it? So first of all, what's its meaning function? What does it do? What kind of meaning does it create? Harfu nafyin. So it creates what kind of meaning? Negative meaning. What does it do to the i'rab of the sentence? Nothing. Because what is it? Amil or ghayr amil? Ghayr amil. So it's a negative in terms of its meaning. And in terms of its amal, it's what is ghayr amil. In terms of governance, what is it? Ghayr amil. And the last rule is, in must always come with illa. In must always come with. You only get this in with illa. Whenever in is negative, it comes with illa. And there's a note. If you see in the Quran without illa, it's not this in nafis. Another in will do later on. That's a side note. So 3 points. Point number 1. What's the meaning of in? Negative. What does it do to the i'rab of the words after it? Nothing. Why? Because ghayr amil. What must it always have after it? Not immediately after it, but later in the sentence. Illa. So the 3 points are, it's negative. Point number 2, no change in the i'rab. And point number 3, it must have illa towards the end. Correct? And because, remember the rule is, negative plus illa creates what meaning? Only. Right? And another point, when it comes to jumla isfa'liya, it comes with fa'al mudari. With fa'al mudari. When it comes to fa'al mudari, it creates a present tense meaning, not future tense meaning. It can come on madi and mudari. But when it comes to mudari, it has to be what tense? Present tense. Let's look at this. We have a sentence on its own. Let's forget in and illa. Ar-rajulu qa'imun. The man is mubtada and khabar. We add the particle in. What meaning does it create? Negative. How does it affect the i'rab? It doesn't, because it's ghayr amil. It must always come with illa. What meaning does it create? Only. The man is only standing. Do you understand? The man is only standing. Yes? How do you tarkeeb of this? You just ignore this. Not ignore it. You label them in black because they have no part in the i'rab tarkeeb. And you say mubtada, khabar, and you underline this because what? In red. Because why? The particle that is being emphasized must be underlined in red. That's how you do tarkeeb. When you do tarkeeb, anything to emphasize, you put underneath of it a red underneath highlight. Okay, so you can see that it's emphasis there. Yes? So this in is harfu nafyin, mubtada, khabar, and you enable the illa as harfu hasrin. Okay, yes? So what meaning does in create? Negative meaning. What does it do in Arab? Nothing. What does it come with? Illa. How is it translated? Only. Let's try this one. In tarjul mu'minun illa al-jannah. How do you tarkeeb of this first of all? Let's start. Bismillah. In is harfu nafyin. Tarju fa'al. Al-mu'minun fa'il. And illa is what? Harfu hasrin. And al-jannah becomes the maf'ulun bihi. And we underline it in red to create emphasis. How do you translate this? Raja yarju raja'an, to hope. So in tarjul mu'minuna illa al-jannata, the believers only hope for Jannah. Okay? You understand? G. The believers only hope for Jannah. Next one, your turn. Inil Ka'batu illa baytun. Tarkeeb?
In is harfu nafi.
Harfu nafyin. Illa is going to be harfu hasrin.
Al-Ka'batu is mubtada.
Mubtada.
Baytun is khabar.
Baytun is khabar. Translation?
The Kaaba is only a house.
The Kaaba is only a house. In Khalidun illa muallim. Harfu nafyin. Illa is harfu hasrin. Khalidun mubtada. Muallimun khabar. Translation? Khalid is only a teacher. Inil Qur'anu illa basair. Basair came before. Basiratun, plural basair, insight. So inil Qur'an, how do you tarkeeb of this? In is what? Harfu nafyin illa harfu hasrin. And al-Qur'anu becomes mubtada. Al-basair becomes khabar. So what does that mean? Qur'an is only insights. Meaning it's got wisdom and wisdom, insights, profound knowledge. Next one, your turn. In we should underline here basair to give the emphasis. Yarzuqu is what? Fa'il. Al-ibada maf'ulun bihi. Illa so harfu nafyin. This is harfu hasrin. And Allah becomes the word Allah becomes fa'il. Now you have to underline that because that's the emphasized point. Translation?
Only Allah provides for him.
Only Allah provides for his servants. Do you understand?
The fa'il, so the end,
Yeah.
after the harf has, do you have to leave it al-mu'akhir?
You can leave as mu'akhir, yeah. Fa'ilun mu'akharun, yes. Fa'ilun mu'akharun. You can leave as fa'il mu'akhar. Yes? Good. So summary is emphasis by either changing the sentence order, emphasis by adding harfu tahqiq, which is qad, or harfu tahqiq and lam al-ibtida, qad and laqad. You add noon tawqid to a fi'l mudari', lam al-ibtida before the fi'l mudari', and noon tawqid at the end. And the dhamma becomes a fatha at the end. And now we have a harfu hasrin Nafyun illa, and any nafi, whether it's ma, la, lam, in. Any of these particles of nafi creates what? Emphasis. Any questions? Have you understood? Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.